The body is not only flesh, bone, muscle, and skin. The body is also pattern. It is rhythm. It is geometry. It is energy moving through form. Beneath the visible body, there is an invisible architecture, an inner order that shapes how we stand, breathe, move, feel, perceive, and relate to life. We may not always see this architecture with the physical eye, but we can sense it. We feel it in the way the spine rises. We feel it in the circle of the breath. We feel it in the radiance of the heart. We feel it in the way the arms open and gather. We feel it in the way the body contracts when we are afraid and expands when we feel safe, loved, and connected. This is invisible architecture. It is not abstract, it is alive. It is the inner scaffolding of presence. When the body is in tension, scattered, or disconnected, our inner architecture feels fragmented. The breath may become shallow, the heart may close, the mind may spin. We may feel separate from ourselves and from others, from the earth, and from the divine. But when we begin to consciously engage the invisible architecture of the body, something reorganizes. The body remembers alignment. The breath remembers rhythm. The heart remembers radiance. The spine remembers its vertical connection between earth and sky. And the whole being begins to return to coherence. This is why sacred movement is not just exercise. It is not simply expression. It is a way of entering the hidden order of the body and allowing that order to reshape our consciousness. Every gesture creates an inner state, and every direction carries meaning. To move downward is to ground, to move upward is to rise, to move inward is to listen, and to move outward is to offer. To circle is to remember wholeness and the cyclical nature of life. You get what you give, you receive what you transmit. To spiral is to evolve, to open the arms is to become available. To bring the hands to the heart is to return to self, to love. Through movement, we begin to participate in the intelligence of the body, not as a machine, but as a sacred architecture. In many mystical traditions, the human body is understood as a microcosm, a living reflection of the universe. The same patterns we see in nature, in the cosmos, in sacred geometry, and in the movement of life are also within us. The circle, the wave, the spiral, the axis, the center, the field are all examples. These are not only shapes outside us, they are living principles inside us. The circle lives in the breath, in the joints, in the turning of the torso, in the embrace of the arms. The wave lives in the breath, the pulse, the undulation of the spine, the rise and fall of feeling. The spiral lives in the inner ear as well as the spine and the energy centers, the chakras that are wheels of energy rotating. The axis is the vertical line of the body, feet rooted in the earth, crown rising towards sky. And the center lives in the belly, the place from which we gather and radiate. The field lives around us, the subtle space of presence, relationship, and influence. To engage the invisible architecture of the body is to become conscious of these patterns and let them guide us back into harmony. In the short practice we will do now, we won't be forcing the body into form. We're going to listen for the form already living inside the body. We're going to sense the architecture beneath the movement and let the body become a temple of alignment, breath, beauty, and presence. So let's begin by standing with our feet shoulder width apart with soft knees and bring our hands to our heart. So let's begin with our feet shoulder width apart. Let our knees be soft, the hips relaxed. Bring our hands to our heart and close our eyes. And start to tune in to all the shapes that are inside our body. This magnificent temple. And just letting the forms appear to us. Come in touch with the central axis of your body, this axis that connects you with the ground and the sky. Flow with your breath and come in touch with the cyclical nature of the breath, the inhaling as we expand, exhaling as we release and relax. And just naturally letting this movement emerge and lead us into where it wants to go next. And maybe you want to open your eyes, you're welcome to keep them closed, but it is your choice. Opening arms. Circling arms. Coming in touch with the field of energy around you and letting arms emanate from your center, from your lower belly and return. Inhaling, expanding. As you take a breath in, exhale to relax, soften feet, and continuing in the same way. One more. And from here, letting your hands remain open and going into a rotation of hips, letting this rotation grow into your torso, into your heart center, and shoulders begin to rotate, circling, spiraling. Changing direction as you bring your hands down, growing this spiraling movement into your heart, shoulders, arms and hands again. And in your own way, maybe your arms spiral. Just letting the movement naturally evolve. In your own way, circling, spiraling, as you come in touch with the field of energy around you. Stepping if you wish. Sensing the fluidity of your spine, the curve, the spiral. Maybe the wave wants to be felt, also the wave-like pattern of our spine. Letting your neck relax. Energy rising and descending, being in touch with that. Circles and waves and spirals, as well as the awareness of the axis, your vertical axis, central channel, and the field around you, your auric field. Aware of the directions. And slowly, slowly, slowly bringing your movement to a close. And closing your eyes. Letting your hands rest wherever it feels natural for you, by your sides or on your heart. And just feel, just be. Coming alive to the invisible architecture within our body and tracing sacred shapes. Brings coherence to our body. And lets us feel how our body can be a map to consciousness, to higher consciousness. A bridge between earth and sky. A channel between matter and spirit. Physicality and the invisible. Physicality and energy. This precious temple. I invite you to come in touch with what pattern wants to emerge in you and from you to bring you into greater coherence. Thank you so much for being open and allowing the invisible architecture to be felt in you and brought to your awareness.